Welcome to Vietnam. Hanoi is the capital of Vietnam, and with almost 9 million inhabitants, the country's second largest city. Its history goes back more than 1,000 years. In 1010, the city was founded under the name Thang Long, meaning ascending dragon. Today, Hanoi is a fast-growing Asian metropolis. Around 8 million vehicles are registered here. Most of them are motorbikes. To European visitors, the traffic may look chaotic at first, but it follows its own rules. Hanoi, this is the home of this kind of coaches. There are sleeping coaches where you can sleep during the night, and many people use this kind of vehicles during the long transfer between the airport and their final destination. You see here one of them. This is a Mobi-Home S120-22, and these are made by Taco, which is a bodybuilder which is here in Vietnam. You see also other buses. For example, this is a Hyundai, it's already known, and this is another one of these Taco. It's a Mobi-Home. So there are all these kind of coaches are used for these long trips, and you can sleep during the night, like on the train, for example. Among all this traffic, the green electric buses of Vinfast are easy to spot. Around 600 buses are already operating in Hanoi and other regions of Vietnam. They are built by Vinfast, the automotive division of Vingroup. Vingroup is Vietnam's largest private corporation. The company develops entire residential areas and operates hospitals, schools, hotels, and shopping centers. One particularly interesting part of this network is Vin University. The private university educates future engineers, computer scientists, doctors, and researchers. Vingroup is investing directly in education, knowledge, and research. At the same time, the company is building its own pool of future specialists. Young people can study in Vietnam and later help to develop new technologies and products. Electric mobility is already part of everyday life in Hanoi. At the Vinfast depot in Ocean Park, up to 80 electric buses can be serviced and charged. They in the Vingroup city, yes, because this group is also building homes, building cities. This is the first one, it's called Ocean Park 1. They have 7 all around Vietnam, and this is the first one they built some years ago. And inside here we have also a bus depot, as you can see here, where they manage 80 vehicles which are operated inside the city, which is so huge. You will see in other images. We have everything here, from hospitals to shopping malls to workshops, everything. Yeah, workshop. Why I said workshop? Because over there you see also we have a maintenance, repair stop for the vehicles, because these vehicles have to undergo a kind of inspection every 5,000 kilometers. So they do everything here, and they do it here not only for this amazing fake city, because we have, I say fake because we have everything fake here. We have a fake lake, we have a fake beach, we have a fake bully you will see later on the beach with a fake windsurf on the top. Because they are also, I was saying, we're also checking the maintenance of other bus companies in the city. We have to say one thing, that from today, at the moment, Vingroup through Vinbus company are operating 600 EVs all around Vietnam at the moment, but they have more on the roads operated by other companies. Around 100 kilometers east of Hanoi is the large Vinfast factory in Hai Phong. Electric cars are the main focus here. Production is highly automated. Large presses form the body panels. Numerous robots then take over welding and body assembly. Modern manufacturing technology can be seen throughout the production process. Only a few holes away, the picture is very different. This is where Vinfast builds its electric buses. We are now in the body shop or the bus sector of this big factory. As you can see, no one at the moment working because we have a shift change. They are working on 2 shifts here, and totally in the body shop there are 150 workers, so assembling, or better, welding manually, completely manually, the structure of these buses. All the buses of different lengths are built on the same line. You will see later what I mean when I say on the same line. So you can see here they assemble the structure of the roof. Yeah. And over there are some other parts. And they are very proud of the fact that all the components, all the materials are coming from local suppliers, so they are not imported at all. So this is one of the parts used for the roof. The production capacity of this plant is of 7 vehicles per day. This is what they are telling us. So 7 vehicles per day, which is a lot, to be honest. So they have the possibility really to increase also the total volume of their production. So this is one example of what they produce here. The part dedicated to buses, it's an area of 50,000 square meters, but it's not enough for them. In fact, in a few months they will start building a new factory, so another factory that will be together with the one. They are not closing this one, they are making a new one only 1 kilometer from here in order to improve the production capacity, because that's not enough. They think that the request coming from Europe, so from the EU countries, will be not enough to be satisfied by this assembly plant. Seeing the cataphoresis of the vehicle, so it's a good thing that also here in these Vietnamese products, so they can have the KTL treatment in order to prevent from rust. From there, they go to the painting shop, and after the painting shop, they come to this line for the final assembly, which we are going to see now.
LFP batteries are used for energy storage. Vinfast is now looking towards Europe. The company can use structures already established for its passenger car business. Subsidiaries and operations for spare parts, logistics and homologation are already in place in several European countries. For its buses, Vinfast is targeting a delivery time of around 10 months. The company also offers a 5-year warranty for the complete vehicles, 10 years for the chassis and up to 15 years for the battery.
So EB8, this one is one of the 2 models that will come to Europe. Not in this version, because this is a Vietnamese version. It's going to be a little bit bigger, because this one is 8.60 m and the one we will get in Europe will be 8.90 m. Also the width of the vehicle nowadays is 240. We're going to be bigger, 5 centimeters more, so going to 245. Another important thing is the position of the batteries. Today, on this version, we have got batteries on the floor. And what's the problem of having the batteries on the floor? Is you have the steps, and nobody wants to have steps on a city bus in Europe. That's why the European version will have all the batteries on the roof. But there is a problem, that the roof is not big enough to receive all these batteries that today are in the floor. So there will be a smaller battery on the roof, so going from 360 kilowatt-hour that today we have here to around about 250. But it's enough for a city service inside the small towns of Europe. Another thing, that's the components you see here, they are using mainly for the actual Chinese components. There won't be the same in Europe. They were going to have Western, so European components, maybe ZF from the front and the rear drive. The real drive, we will not use wheel hub motors, electric motors, but there will be a central one. At the moment, so it's not clear what kind of electric motor they're going to use. At the moment they use a Chinese one, could be the one remaining like this, or they could change it, the electric motor. So basically, the vehicle will look like this, and so it's not a big change for this. We don't know at the moment if there is the possibility to have the electronic mirrors, because now we see the normal one, and for sure they will have to change the driver compartment, because this kind of compartment is not, let's say, it's not appreciated in Western, where the standard is the VDV standard used in Germany, and it has been approved for all the other countries of Europe. So that's why they have to put it more space on the front side of the vehicle. So 30 centimeters more, because they need more space for the driver compartment. We're now on board on the 6-meter version of the EV bus from Vinfast. This vehicle will not come to Europe. The other one that we are going to see later, the 8 meters and something, will come to our continent. But that's a good moment to summarize what we have seen during these days. For example, this factory, we are now driving on the test track of this factory. This factory was created 8 years ago, and they are building here everything with an electric engine. So e-scooters, passenger cars, and of course e-buses. For scooters and EV cars, they produce also batteries here, so the battery cells. But not for e-buses, because e-buses, they are using those Chinese CATL cells in order to power this kind of vehicles. And what's impressive about this factory is it's like a small city. We could say we can have a small village in Europe, and this is a factory with thousands of workers, and everything is made inside here. Okay, you see, this kind of dashboard is not typical in our countries, because that's more car-like. With this small dashboard, the small cluster with all the information, and nothing else. So only DNR to drive. That's all. You see, we have some controls here on the left side with a handbrake, climate control. That's all. Yeah, now we're showing you the passenger cabin. You see that it's a little bit shorter from inside, because we have the batteries on the back. That wall is hiding the batteries that are stocked in that position on the back of the vehicle. Right now, an acceleration test from 0 to the maximum speed, which is round about 80 kilometers per hour. Okay, let's go. As you can see, so it's quite easy to reach the maximum speed, which is more than 80 in this case. On these small vehicles, it's running more than 80, so it's 90 kilometers per hour.
Braking test?
No.
Recuperation?
Well, yeah. Okay, now we are recovering the energy. As you can see, you can show how much energy we are recovering from this side. Okay, we would like to also to make a brake test, but it's not possible. We have passengers on board, so it's going to be very dangerous. As you can see, the remaining range we have here And so depending on the dry style, so the different level of consumption. Okay. If you like the carbon fiber look, so this could be your vehicle. So like in SUVs or sports car, they're using the kind of look for the interior. Show you one of the buses that they use here, because we are not the same as the one that are coming from Europe. This is a 10 meters bus. It's a low entry, but you will see inside the big difference. So here nothing is changing, so it's a normal driving seat, and so the driving cockpit, we're going on. So you see the low floor here in this area, but we've got steps here. Okay, normally we have also in our version, but we have huge step, 3 steps, and look what's it here in the back. That's very important. They have got batteries here because they want to have better handling here, so they don't want to have batteries on the roof. But the fact is that you can lose 10 seats inside here and more than 1 meter. So that's why it's a 10 meter bus, but to be honest, you use it as it was 8 meters and a half. But this is what they want here, and this is not what is coming to Europe. Well, this is the end of our week here in Hanoi, in Vietnam, where we had the opportunity to know this growing reality of the Vin Group, and especially of Vinfast, which is the automotive arm of this group. And we are really astonished about what we saw in these days, because probably many of us didn't expect to see such a good organization inside this kind of country. Because this country, we have to remember what happened to this country in the last 50 years. So after the end of the war with the United States in 1975, they had 10 years of really heavy communism. But after 10 years, they decided to open to the private investors, and also from outside and from inside. And the result was a growing economy. And the result of this we have seen at the Vin Group in 120 kilometers outside of Hanoi, where this big factory is, and this factory will be also enlarged in the next month and the next years. Sascha.
Genau, und die Vin Group, die expandiert in einer
The Vin Group is expanding on a scale that is almost difficult to imagine. Whether it is hospitals, schools, or universities, it sometimes feels as if half the country belongs to the Vin Group. And Vinfast, together with Vinbus, is clearly another success story that I would not have expected on this scale. This is my first time in Vietnam. I am impressed by how vibrant life is here, and by the strong determination of the people to move forward.
Aufwärtsstreben. Ne?
Yes, nobody was expecting such a situation, such a reality inside Vietnam, because I know that many people think of Vietnam of 50 years ago, but it has changed. Yeah, we have a building of a bank like being in Manhattan, and we have luxury shops like in the best roads of Rome or in Paris. So it's really a very modern country with problem with pollution. That's why they are pushing hard on the electromobility, right?
Natürlich. Man kann natürlich auch sagen,
Of course, bringing Vinfast buses to Europe will not be easy. The market is highly competitive. It includes many large and well-established manufacturers, as well as companies from China, Turkey, and other countries that are already entering Western Europe. We are therefore very interested to see how Vinfast will establish itself in this market. There is certainly still a great deal of work to be done, but the basic product is excellent.
Yeah, the basic product, it's okay. They will come in Europe, as we said before, with 2 vehicles, starting from those countries where there is the possibility for operators to buy privately the vehicle, so they can sell directly without tenders. And then if this test will be positive, they will expand to other countries. They still have also a maintenance network, because they have their presence with the cars in Germany and other countries. So if everything is following the program, so there will be a new competitor on the market, basing also on the fact that price will be one of the most important thing from now onwards, right?
Price will be important, and so will delivery times. Here, we're talking about 10 months. In Germany, delivery times from established manufacturers can currently be incredibly long, sometimes as much as 2 years. And that really is. There is one final point I would like to make. As members of the Bus and Coach of the Year jury, visits like this are extremely important to us. They allow us to understand the philosophy behind a company.
Exactly. So this is very important for the jury to know these new realities, because it's impossible to know what's happening around the world. So every time, so we from the Western countries focus on Europe, but Europe is really nothing if you compare with all the industries and the realities we can find all over the world. So I think this is all for now, and next country we'll see what it's gonna be. Okay. Gut. Ciao from Hanoi. Okay.
Macht's gut. Tschüss aus Vietnam.